It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football, as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a
quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, it's Conner. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
4-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss on that play. And now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles. And they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
38-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now this throw caught left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Now this will make it into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And a Raven first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. First, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll drop it underneath here to Snell. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the 1st quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
Ravens 6.
Here we go. Block 80.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
48 yards.
Well, they know they've got a good starter. Now the guy coming in to spell him shows he can run it pretty good as well.
And I think he appreciates the starter, wearing people down, tiring them out a little bit. He took full advantage, didn't he? Came in with fresh legs and carried the ball.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And that is caught. What a grab at the 8.
Complete to Martin.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
7-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his second touchdown here in this first half. And now the Ravens, they're just a 2-point conversion away from tying this up. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Score: Steelers 14, Ravens 13. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Roethlisberger will throw. Eluding the pressure right. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's McFarland. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 2nd and 7, Roethlisberger got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Ravens 13. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Cleveland offense set at the line for this next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. The toss right. This is Ingram. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So now they operate back from their side of the field here. 2nd and long. Throwing is Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Baltimore.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Dobbins running out of the gun. Room here to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Staying on his feet, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. A goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw again is Jackson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, Well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And 20.
Second and 20. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Results in a 4th down.
And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
With the score.
So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So tied for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Finish up. 55.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. They'll roll him out right. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Short little throw to Ebron. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Steelers.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 23.
He's crossing. He's checking crowd.
Now Roethlisberger. Short little throw to Ebron. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
That's another.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bud Dupree, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, Jackson. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run. And obviously, ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Jalen Ferguson.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On the pickup.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger at quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. James Conner with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Ben to throw again. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made by...
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 52 yards. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson flushed out right. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
5-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
43-yard line.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
1-yard line.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Connor. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And that will make this a 4-point game.
That's the score. Steelers 36. Ravens 32.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete
For a first down screen pass, good for 5.
A gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On second down now, Dobbins. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Taken down back at the 34-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Jackson, always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Baltimore.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
30, James Conner.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool there to make the grab. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Fielded in the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 at a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They run with Connor. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a game.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Connor. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will hand a counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stay on the ground with Conner again. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Conner. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Roethlisberger dropping to a knee, and that ought to do it. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Pittsburgh,